Do you think college athletes should get paid? Well, I don't, and here's why. One, because of the provided scholarships and stipends. Two, because of the lack of team loyalty it causes. And three, because it devalues education. So my first reason, the scholarships and stipends. We all know that athletes are oftentimes given very generous scholarships for both their maintained GPA and for their athletic talent. Most of the time, this money will cover full tuition or at least half tuition, which takes away a lot of the money that these athletes have to pay for their college. I have a quote from Britannica that reads, "According to the NCAA, the organization provides more than $3.6 billion in athletic scholarships annually to more than 180,000 student athletes. Divided equitably, each student would receive about $20,000 per year. According to the National Center for Education Statistics, the average cost of public college for the 2017 to 2018 academic year was $19,797. Considering that other scholarships and aid are widely available and not all colleges require financial aid, the NCAA scholarships are very generous." So this just goes to prove that they're already given enough money through scholarships that should cover most of their college fees, if not all of their college fees. Also, these athletes are trying to go pro. That's the whole point of going to play college ball, is to get better, make it to the professionals, and make a lot of money. But the students there, that are just regular students, are studying a degree to try to make it professional in that field with their degree, but they're not getting paid on their path to be a professional, so why are the athletes? Also, these athletes are given a lot of money from stipends, which is basically money given from the school or the athletic department that these athletes can spend on basically whatever they want, whether it's food or clothing or accessories for the game. And a lot of times, some of these athletes are given up to $2,000 to $2,500, something in that range, and that's just a lot of money for these athletes to be given. And they also receive a lot of benefits that aren't just pure money, such things as tutoring, physical treatment, and nutritionists. All these are free for these athletes, and this is just to keep them in the best shape because they are supposed to be in very good shape for their sports. But it is very hard for a regular student to get these, to have the accessibility that these athletes have, especially for free, because that's how the athletes get it. The second reason, the way it ruins team loyalty. We all know that money oftentimes will make people selfish, and when people get selfish, they do irrational things. One athlete will get paid more than the other, and somebody's going to get jealous eventually, and that's when you're going to have a fight within the team, and it's going to break up the team, and that's not how teams are meant to be in athletics. They're supposed to be competing as one against another team, and this just hurts the coach. It makes it really hard to coach a team that's not in agreement and that's fighting all the time. These players are just following the money. They're not committing on their word. They're just signing with a team who's offering them a lot of money, and if they find another opportunity to make more money, then they're going to do that. They're not playing for the love of the game. They're not competing because they want to. They're competing because they can make money, and all they're trying to do is make the absolute most they can. The third reason is it puts athletics over academics and devalues the point of education. The whole point of going to college is to get a degree in a field that you could see yourself pursuing as a career for your life. It doesn't always work out that the degree you have is your career, but that is genuinely the point of college. These athletes are going to college with no backup plan. They want to get the easiest degree, such as a business or a communications degree, because it's the best way for them to get in and out of college and make it to the pros as fast as they can. But when they don't have a backup plan and something goes wrong, whether it's an injury or they just don't make it, then it hurts them. It sets them behind in the rest of their life. And it's really hard for these athletes to go pro. I have another quote from Britannica that says, "The major money makers, football and men's basketball, have very low odds of going pro. Of the 73,712 NCAA football players, about 16,380 are draft eligible and 254 will be drafted, meaning about 1.2% of college football players will go pro. Of the 18,816 male basketball players, 4,181 are draft eligible and 60 will be drafted, but only 52 will go pro, or a 1.2% chance of college basketball players will play professionally. The odds even lower for women's basketball at 0.6%. This just proves that it is insanely hard for even the best of college athletes to go pro. And when they set their life on going to the professionals and making a lot of money, and they don't pick a college degree that they like to pursue for their career, and something goes wrong, that they are set behind in life from the rest of the students that have a degree. Also, the last and final thing, these athletes are normally 18 to 23-year-olds, and that is just way too young to be handing them millions and millions of dollars. They're too immature, and they do not know what to do with that money, male or female, and that, in my opinion, is why we have a lot more DUIs and DUIs with manslaughter and all that kind of stuff in today's world, because they all have this money and they don't know what to do, and they go and get themselves in trouble. So that's why I think college athletes shouldn't be paid the way they are through NIL and transfer portal.